Martine, they also found one of your father's record books, which showed various sums collected from the patients for surgical fees.
Not patients' names, but identifying numbers.
And this was one of the numbers.
Hey, look at this, though. 122879.
Well, there it is, the number from the letter.
It looks like your father was including a patient's number as well, but why? Why would he want to do that?
I have no idea, Kelly.
Was there a date of payment, Mike?
Yes, it's right here.
September 19th, 1978. Now, does that mean anything to you? Yes. That was the day that Jim Dedrickson would have been discharged. So it's his payment and his number. Who's Jim Dedrickson?
And why would your father put that number into the letter? What was he trying to tell you, Valerie?
I don't know, Mike. Jim Dedrickson was someone I knew from my father's clinic in Lucerne. An ex-Army officer who was having facial surgery done.
Val knew him well.
Actually, I knew him very well at the time. But, I never saw what he looked like because he was wearing bandages. But your father knew that the two of you had been friends, so that might Valerie, do you think that your father was trying to tell you that this, Jim Dedrickson is here in Monticello?
Oh, I sure admire this watch. It has my initials, you know. GSW. Well, they're not in the right order, but that doesn't matter. You know, I would be eternally grateful if someone would give me this watch. How about it?
You're mad. Give me that watch.
Nah, I think you should give it to me as a token of your esteem for my loyalty. Okay? And this is just the beginning. And I sure hope you understand that. Mr. Whitney?
Yes, Gunther.
I bet I can tell you what you were thinking about.
Can you?
Sure. You were wondering what to do about that little punk, Gavin Wiley. Am I right? Did you really mean what you said about taking Gavin Wiley out of the picture permanently? Because if you did, I think I can help you out there.
And with some pleasure, I suppose. Gavin is not one of your favorites either, is he, Gunther?
No, sir. Now, me, I'm an easygoing type of guy. I think you know that.
Oh, yes. Who knows that better than I?
Yeah, but that kid Wiley has always rubbed me wrong ever since we first met.
Need I remind you, Gunther, where you met first was in the alley behind the nightclub where he was working?
Oh, no, sir, Mr. Whitney. No, I met him when you first pointed him out to me. And you said then that he was causing you all kinds of trouble, keeping Miss Martine from running off with you.
Yes, I also remember that I never told you to break his leg.
Well, it seems to me that this is the same type of situation. Only this time, he's trying to keep little Jody Travis from starring in your dance company.
I know what the situation is, Gunther. I'm just not sure of the solution yet, that's all.
No, you know what the solution is, Mr. Whitney. You just don't want to say the words. I mean, you knew what the solution was when you tried to get rid of what's-her-name.
Shut up, damn you.
No, you did the wrong thing. You hired the wrong man, that Romeo Slade. He was a loser. He couldn't do anything right.
I won't hear another word on this subject. You understand that?
Yes, sir, Mr. Whitney. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to bring up that old stuff. My humblest apologies, sir.
Excuse me, I've got things to do.
Yeah, like what?
Like none of your business.
Mr. Whitney, I don't think you should talk to me like that anymore. Saying things like none of your business, because everything you do is my business, you know. I mean, here I am trying to help you out, I have to know everything about you, Mr. Whitney. You know that. You understand.
I'm going upstairs to look in on my aunt, Gunther, if that is all right with you.
Yes, sir. I think that's very nice.
And then I'm going to stop in on Jody Travis to see whether Gavin is actually speaking for her, if that program meets with your approval, Gunther.
Yes, sir. What time would you like to leave? I'll have the car around.
10 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Now, Chrissy, I do wish you would stop poking and fluffing these pillows. I'm sure you have a great many other things to do in this house.
Well, I've only worked here a couple of weeks. I'm still learning the ropes.
My dear, you certainly did have an exciting introduction to this job, didn't you?
Oh, I'm just glad I wasn't in the house when that horrible burglar broke into the place.
Well, I just wish I hadn't been here. Then I wouldn't have my pillows rearranged every 5 minutes.
It's force of habit. I used to work in the infirmary at the convent.
You mean you were a...
Oh, no, Mrs. Saxon. I just worked there. But working here is quite a switch. The people here are, well, they're different than...
Come in.
Now, if you need anything, just let me know. Oh, excuse me.
Well, you're looking fine, Geraldine. Are these pillows all right here?
Yes, they're just fine, Scott. Now, just leave them as they are, thank you.
Well, I want you to be happy, Geraldine. I can't tell you how much it means to both Raven and me that you're here with us.
Oh, nonsense. You certainly don't want me cluttering up your house.
No, you're wrong. Having you here with us now is, well, it's a blessing.
In what way?
Well, I'm sure you can imagine how busy I am right around now, and poor Raven ends up spending many days here all by herself.
I see.
And it makes me feel very good to know that someone is here that she can talk to and ask for advice and counsel. And I can't think of anyone better equipped to help her keep her feet on the ground.
My dear boy, Raven never has her feet on the ground.
Oh, Geraldine, having you here is the best thing that's happened to us.
Yeah. I know how busy you are. Getting ready for the opening of the dance company. You are opening next week, aren't you?
Oh, yes. My dance company is definitely going to open.
Isn't she wonderful? You know, sometimes I had the impression she was actually floating.
Yeah, she's good, all right.
Oh, there are so many good dancers in this world. Why did Sky Whitney have to pick me to be his star?
You know the answer, Jody. Because you would have been special. A complete unknown, barely 18, rising to the top after your first appearance on stage. And you know who would have taken credit for it? The great impresario, Skylar Whitney. That's why he did it.
Oh, I wonder if I'll ever be as good as she is.
You'll be better. You sure there are no regrets about the Whitney Dance Company?
No. My only regret is about you. You suffered because of my quitting.
Jody, I'm not with the company anymore either. Sky fired me.
What? That isn't fair.
Now, don't get upset about it. It's all right. Really, it's all right.
No, it isn't all right.
No, forget about it, please. Look. Remember at dinner we talked about always working together? That's what we're going to try to do. Always. Together?
Okay.
Thanks, Mike. Well, that's really something, pal. You know, it must have been like dating the Invisible Man.
But Lieutenant Dedrickson may be very visible right now, perhaps not too far from this room.
I think it's sort of exciting, don't you? I don't know, Nancy. I'm not sure how I feel. I'm curious, of course. I guess I'd like to see what he looks like, how the operation turned out.
Who knows? He may have turned out very handsome.
I doubt it, Kelly. Reconstructive surgery usually doesn't produce handsome faces. It depends on the bone structure and so forth.
You never know.
Take my advice, Kelly. Never be jealous of an old boyfriend.
No, I wouldn't say I'm being jealous. Curious, maybe.
Still, we're not really sure that your father was indicating that Dedrickson is here.
What I can't figure out is, why didn't he just say it in so many words? Why did your father go to the trouble to conceal it?
Well, maybe Dedrickson wasn't so legitimate after all.
Kelly, he was a war hero. He'd been wounded in the Vietnam War, and he had medals for gallantry.
Yeah, admittedly, he sounds like quite a guy. I mean, he's a war hero, and all bandaged up, recited Keats. You did tell me that he recited poetry to you.
Yes, he did. He knew quite a lot of poetry. He was very well read. He had plenty of time to read.
When he wasn't busy telling you how brave he was.
Well, I think we have to remember that this happened a long time ago.
Well, 3 years isn't that long ago.
Seems like ages to me. I guess everything seems more romantic at age 18 than it does at 21. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't think there are any age limits for romance.
Well, this fellow had at least one thing going for him. Mystery.
Yes, mystery. I think the fact that I didn't ever see his face made him that much more interesting.
And there's still a mystery about it. If that number in your father's book means that he's alive, why hasn't he been in touch with you?
Yeah, Val, darling, this is Jim, the poet. Roses are red, violets are blue. You don't know me, but I know you.
Kelly, please.
No, seriously, Mike is right. Why hasn't he been in touch with you?
Well, honey, as you said, if he is here, maybe he doesn't know that you're here.
Well, of course he would, especially after all the publicity Val's father got.
Well, that's just the point, though. All those stories were about Dr. Bryson, not his daughter. I mean, he might not even know that you're back from Europe.
I think you're right, Nancy. Some of those articles did mention Valerie, but that doesn't mean that he saw them.
Well, there's not much we can do about that.
Well, sure there is. Well, let me check the listings in the phone book.
And, you know, there may be something that I can do.
Like what?
We'll do a featured story on you, if it's all right, you and Mr. Dedrickson. Are you serious? Well, it does have human interest, and I'm sure there'd be a lot of people who would enjoy reading it.
And it might prompt the lieutenant to come forward.
No. No James Dedrickson listed.
Well, okay, if he is anywhere in this area, I think the best way to find out is to go public.
I can't believe this is actually happening. I mean, ever since we first started talking about finding a new house, I've been imagining what it would be like to start packing.
Yeah, well, it's always worse than you think it's going to be.
Oh, and I never thought it would be so soon, and that we'd be moving into a penthouse apartment.
Well,
a real house.
Starting soon enough, believe me. April's leaving for Europe in the morning. She doesn't want that apartment to be empty too long. It's going to take us quite a while to get all packed and ready.
Considering all the progress we're making, let's talk about a month.
Slow and steady wins the race.
God, I wish I just had a magic wand to make everything jump into these cartons. Oh, Miles, I can't wait to move in there.
You really like this move, don't you?
Oh, I've always loved this house. You know that, but I can't help being excited about moving back into the heart of the city. At least
Moving back into the heart. We're moving into the clouds. I don't know what my patients are going to think about their penthouse GP.
Tell them the high altitude's good for your health.
Oh, all right, I'll try that. Certainly it's already good for yours. I can see that. I haven't seen you glowing like this in a long time.
Oh, it's not just a penthouse apartment. It's living there with you. We are going to be high all the time.
It's my turn. Well. Hello, Mr. Whitney.
Doctor, I was wondering if I might come in for a couple minutes.
If you're looking for Jody, she's not here.
Oh, well, do you know when she'll be back?
Fairly soon, I think, but I really can't be sure.
Well, perhaps I can come in and have a word with you and her sister. Since you two are the closest thing she's got to parents, I was hoping I might get a sympathetic hearing.
If this has anything to do with Jody's decision about the dance company, I really don't think that we can help you.
Jody makes her own decisions, Mr. Whitney. Just as you do, apparently, like your decision to lie about what Gunther did to her.
I'm sorry if you think I lied, Doctor. I merely reported the incident as I saw it. Mrs. Kavanaugh, you are Jody's sister, and I know that you think the world of her. Do you think it's right that this dance teacher can tell her what she can and cannot do with her life? Do you think it's fair that he should ruin the opportunity that I'm offering her?
I really can't answer that, Mr. Whitney.
Surely you must know that Wiley has got no talent compared to Jody, and that he has no right to ruin her career for jealousy or any other.
Mr. Whitney, Jody's decision is strictly her own. And from what I have heard about the situation, I think she's made the right one.
And I am convinced that if she was here right now, she would admit
that she's being intimidated by her boyfriend.
Well, she is here right now. Why don't you ask her?
What's going on here?
Jody, Mr. Whitney wants the absolute and final word from you about the dance company.
She's already
Not
said...
from you, Gavin. From Jody herself.
Yes, Mr. Whitney. I do want to leave. I can't do anything else.
You know something, Jody? You're an ungrateful little fool.
Gavin, come on. Not here. Why don't we just allow Mr. Whitney to leave?
You know something, Gavin? I'm not a very vengeful man, but Gunther, oh, he is something else again. That drink that you threw in his face, well, you could not have insulted him more.
What?
Gunther is a dangerous man, Gavin. But I would have thought that you knew that already.
Don't worry, you can check every word before it goes into print.
I think it might be wise to include a picture of Valerie, too, don't you?
No problem there. I'm a photographer, remember, and I work for a photographer.
It's too bad you don't have any old pictures of him.
I do, though.
You do?
Yes, I took a photograph of him one day when he wasn't looking, because I knew he wouldn't want to have a picture of himself with all the bandages on.
And where is it?
I have it among my souvenirs.
No, it's funny how old pictures like that can bring back very, very warm thoughts.
Yes, they can.
Darling, would you please help me in the kitchen? I think dinner's just about ready. Excuse us.
Be glad to.
Kelly, are you upset?
Huh?
Are you upset?
No. No, of course not, but there is one question I'd like to ask you about Jim.
Ask?
Are you in love with him?
Yes, I was.
See, that proves it.
Proves what?
That you're the most honest lady I've ever met.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way. But Kelly, don't misunderstand. It was a long time ago, and I haven't exactly been holding a torch for him ever since.
It's really nice to hear.
Well, I didn't think it was going to do you any good, Mr. Whitney. You know, if you ask me, the only thing that's going to do you any good is a permanent arrangement for Mr. Wiley. Well, what do you say? Shall we talk it over? I can't do anything crude, Gunther. I can't do anything crude or obvious. Yes, Mr. Whitney, I know that.
Days. You know, you remember what he said about being armed? I bet it's the truth. I'll bet he bought himself a piece, and I'll bet he stashed it right over there in that studio, just waiting for trouble. No, it's not gonna be a pushover this time.
I'm tired, Gunther. I'm going to bed.
Now, well, I have a little bit more to discuss. Like my salary. What do you say we double it, I don't think it would be too much of a hardship for you.
Nothing would give me more pleasure, Gunther.
And, of course, bonuses for extra services, like this beautiful watch you gave me.
Good night, Gunther.
Forget something, Mr. Whitney?
You know, I've just had rather a remarkable idea, Gunther.
About what?
About Gavin Wiley. You know, we're not going to kill him at all. We are going to arrange for him to kill you.